Well, I'm here with the newest McDonald driver. I was going to send all the videos out. They're going out this evening anyway, but I thought I'd give a little video about Amy. You know, all the hustle and bustle about the babies. You know, I don't think I did a very good job this year. I promised myself I would, and I did not. But I will promise myself it'll be better next year when I can focus on the horses, focus on the production. Having the qualifiers at June 22nd is not helpful because it leaves our clients feeling like the horses that went today were somehow the fourth line hockey players, and they aren't. The reason they went today was because their stakes aren't until the second week of July, and having them ready this early for nothing is not helpful to them.
I actually like doing it later than we normally do.
What do you mean?
For that reason, because I feel like we go a little bit too much with them in May, and then we're standing around for 2 months.
Well, here's the thing.
They're not writing classes.
It's a good point, but we can look at it maybe between Mother's Day and June 8th and say, okay, we know that the Aunt Sarahs need to be ready for July the 10th. So that's when we're going to have them ready to go. We know that Perfect Thought needs to be ready. Well, I guess not really, but should be ready the end of June. Jailbird Jog and Degas, those horses need to be ready a couple of weeks ago when we had them ready to go. They're racing tomorrow for $40,000. It's a big deal, and they need to be ready. And, unless... And it's so silly, too, as we talked about Jailbird Jog on and off for 2 weeks about how we were going to race her, how we were going to stake her. There was a little bit of dialogue back and forth with a number of people about what we were going to do, but it really boils down to we don't know what she is, and along the way, it would be wise to race her for money. I like the idea of staying at the track. I know it's so hot in Oak Grove right now. They moved the races to 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. That is insanity. I've never... good on them. I'm glad they didn't cancel. But I never have seen a race card run at 9 o'clock in the morning, ever in my life. Sure, simulcast from another area code or another time zone, but never have I seen a race card at 9 o'clock in the morning. So good for them for thinking outside the box and just not doing, what the normal would be, would just say, oh, we're going to cancel. For them for doing that, so good job by them. But it's important to have those horses ready. So we need to have a graded system maybe at the end of May and say, okay, these are horses that are ready to go. These are horses that are not going to be ready to race just yet. It needs to be a bit of a hybrid schedule. And this was important today. It was important, and it was a very, very good day. The only horse that I was a little miffed at, and again, there was broken equipment involved with it, was Megan's Lucky Day. The rest of the horses, Capistrano Nights just isn't ready, right? That left hind was bothering her from where that... Clearly, she injured a muscle of some sort when she got... And I think she got cast. Nothing serious. She paced her last 3 quarters. That charted line is not quite correct. I'm sitting behind her, and I can guarantee you I come a half in like 59 seconds with her afterwards. She was good, but she wasn't raceable yet. AC/DC with the break in the first turn. He's just not mentally and somewhat physically ready to rock just yet. So pushing forward with those horses is just insanity. Just give them a little time off. But being ready now is being ready now. If you're not ready to rock right now, then you have to reevaluate those horses and say, maybe we need to just pump the brakes a little bit with those horses, because you're chasing ghosts, right? You're not going to win a maiden with those horses. They're not stake horses right now. So why are we getting them? Why are we putting them through the rigors of racing? Anyway, I wanted to talk to you about the horses you went with today. As I said quietly in a video the other day, I remember what it was like to go my first qualifiers, and it's a very exciting time. Now, it's a little different for you. You deserve to be out there. You put the work in. Nobody can deny that. And you deserve to have the fun of racing a few horses, qualifying the babies, and seeing what it's like. When I was a kid, it was about wanting to be the next guy, being, as they say a million times, John Campbell, Bill O'Donnell, and it never came to fruition, but it's a different feel. But it's a good feeling going behind the gate qualifying horses. Yes. Isn't it?
Yes, it is.
It is. And I guess I've had some people ask me about your aspirations, and I don't want to be presumptuous. I told everybody she'll do whatever she wants with her license, and quite frankly, I know you'll have a lot of fun in the amateur race in Delaware, in Jug Week, and the ladies' races that they have that are around. I think that would be good, and I'm certainly I don't mean that as saying, well, but you don't need to drive the horses. You can do as you wish, but it's a lot of fun, and I'm glad you did it. So, your drives. Now, I have the set list. I don't have the qualifying sheet. I believe the first set you went with was actually the third qualifier here.
Sarah.
Aunt Sarah, Emerald Tom, Supermind, and...
No, I didn't go Supermind.
No, Justin did, and Had to Know I went with.
Yeah.
I talked to everybody at the broadcast about Had to Know and how impressed I was with him. He was out of gear a couple of times. That's fixable. The main takeaway for me was that he stayed at it. I know you didn't see him, but he got out of gear a couple of times, but he stayed at his work. Emerald Tom, left line, finishing up. I think that was more mechanical than anything else. We can fix him. How was Aunt Sarah?
She was good. I actually was surprised because I did look up the lines not long ago, and I didn't think I got beat 3. I thought I was a little closer.
That's eyeballing it, but that's eyeballing it from upstairs. I actually am embarrassed to say I didn't watch the videos yet. I just, the heat was just so insane today. It just sucked the life out of me. And then we went to Ollie's baseball game. After, if he'd have won that game and played the champ, everybody would have died. His team got beat. They kicked the ball around a little bit in the game that we went to, but they're kids. You know, they made mistakes, much like the babies. But it was so hot. I got home and I just was uncomfortable. I was overheating. I'm just feeling, it's dusk now. I have to make my way to Northfield Park and race horses tonight, and I'm just coming out of it now. Tomorrow is not going to be pleasant in Kentucky for me. I can tell you that right now. So Aunt Sarah finished second.
She was good. Like she was nice and polite and quiet. Very good on the gate.
It's important to note too, Supermind was a horse that you picked out last year.
Yes.
And he was very, very good today.
Good.
Very good today. And almost as good as Uncle Danny, who I picked up. But both those colts are very, very nice colts. So Aunt Sarah was good, Emerald Tom was good, Supermind and Had to Know. Your next drive was Perfection Hanover. Now, I was worried that Perfection Hanover was going to be a little hot for you, so we did put an ear hood on him, we did put a snake cord on him, and I believe it kind of backfired. But the speed of pacers is different. You're going to learn that as you go. It's not the same as trotters.
And I just it was like he just kept getting further away from me, and
he was speeding up.
And I was trying to stay with him and like fill that gap.
Yeah.
But he was like, I did the best.
I think we'll probably change the shoes up on Perfection Hanover. We'll probably change a number of things up, and I'm going to take him over to the meadows in 9 days, and I'm going to bust him open. I'm going to let him rock, and I'm going to let him rock and screw him down real tight for the stake season ahead. The babies, as I said, the 2-year-old Pacers in Pennsylvania don't start till July 26th, so there's no real rush. I was happy that he qualified today. I was happy that he was good on the gate, but he
reminds me of a horse that's like gonna be a trip horse. If you know what I mean? Like as soon as that horse got away from him, he was kind of just content with.
Well, that's why I told you when you need to stay right on his helmet, but it's hard sometimes with him. And listen, it was 1 mile and 2 minutes. It's exactly what he needed. I'll go 1 mile and 56 or so with him in 9 days at the Meadows. Your next horse, Rico Tubbs. I can't believe Chris cut you down at the wire. There's no gimmies. There's no gimmies in this game. But he cut you down. He did you dirty at the wire. Blew by. I'm watching it on the TV. I'm like, are you kidding me? You're going to go by her? Whatever. I don't care. So
that's my own fault. I thought I was home and cooled out.
Yeah, you got to drive them through the wire. Got to drive them through the wire. I was happy to see that set, though. Everybody in that set was... Well, no, He's a Fearless Peter made a break, and I got to make fun of Justin after. He's a Fearless Peter be fun. Megan's Lucky Day, and He's a Fearless Peter. If I can get in late enough at the Meadows on Thursday afternoon, I will qualify those two horses at Northfield Park on Thursday. Neither of them did their work overly well today, and both will be going Thursday if I can go with them. Peter with the hobbles on, and Megan, just chill out. She'll be fine. We'll go with her also. Rico Tubbs was good. Judy's Money was good. Royal Duchess was good. And Rose Run Bobby, I know you said her line looked a little flat, but I need to be clear with everybody. She needs to sit at the back and understand her work for at least 2-3 weeks. This is the problem. You know, it's not the speed, it's the stupidity. And she just needs to understand. Let the race unfold, then we'll come to the outside. If I'd have cut her loose today, man, oh man, it would have been a long summer for her. I was happy with what she did today. I don't care about the 2.6. I've already trained her like 2.1, 2.2. I don't care about the 2.6. I was happy that she behaved herself and kind of zipped through late. I know she was 5th, but under the wire she was 3rd. In the turn she was 2nd. Then she drove by everybody and looked good. That's what I want to see from this filly, and I think it's very, very important. And then we closed out the day. You made a little casse, as they say in Montreal in French. A little break. What happened with our girl?
A little bit. She was being a little bit immature. She pulled up a little bit, even though I was second over. And I don't want to blame. I'm not blaming other people, but Justin on the inside of me, he was putting a lot of work in.
I may have offered him a financial incentive if he got that filly qualified, which I paid him.
Well, he took your
and what I was hoping
bribe
was,
seriously because he was.
But his bribe almost worked against him because last week she peed all over Tyler St. Louis because he was working her hard, and I had envisioned him coming back drenched with urine. To which.
I don't think she did.
No, she didn't. No. She let me down. She really let me down.
I
was gonna chuckle at him. I was gonna laugh. It was gonna be really the highlight of my day, and he ruined it because she did not.
I honestly think that she just she shouldn't have run because it was loud and this and that and the other. She probably needs a closed bridle back on. Maybe.
I'm gonna put a hood with cups on her.
Okay.
Hood with cups.
Because I just feel like she just took it out.
She's much like I told everybody in a video this morning, there's a file of horses, 3 or 4 of them, where you need to work them hard every week and they'll get better and better and better. The guy that you go with the Go Straight sometimes slaps at his knee, Captain Doolittle, he's on that list. There's 3 or 4 horses and she is on that list. She will get marginally
strong,
better.
Though.
She'll get marginally better every single time we go with her. Steph's Hope had a ton of snot coming out of her. We did draw an SAA test on her. It was 1. So she wasn't sick. It was all allergies. But as she went to go on the track, it was just white foam in her nose. And I'm like, oh, man. But she cooled out good. Megan was hot after. Yeah. Steph cooled out good. I'm going to go back tonight now. It's almost 9 o'clock. I'm going to check the feed tubs tonight to see who ate, see if there's anybody that didn't. But from what I saw, everybody was pretty content afterwards. So you made a break. Jolene Hall went with 3 shoes on.
She looked good.
She was very good. Very, very good. Steph's Hope was very good also. And Joe J. Fotag got the job done. So my standouts for the day, Rico was great. Bobby, although it didn't matter, she was good. Judy's Money, we need to make a few little shoeing adjustments. Chris Lems and I talked after about her. I think we're both on the same page, and I think things will work out just fine with our girl, Judy. Everybody from the first set was good. Had to Know, Supermind, Not Sarah, Emerald Tom. Everybody was good in that regard. And then from the last set, Jolene Hall is ready to rock. There's a couple of horses, right? You have Supermind, Aunt Sarah, Jolene Hall, Rico Tubbs, Judy's Money. There's 5. Emerald Tom, Had to Know. There's 7. 7. Steph's Hope. There's 8. There's 8 for sure ready right now to race and ready to rock right now out of the group today. The rest of them...
Are you requalifying?
We're going to requalify a couple. That's a good question. That's good. Obviously, he's a Fearless Peter. Rose Run Bobby, Royal Duchess will requalify. There's 3. Perfection Hanover is 4. I'm going to turn out Capistrano Knights and AC/DC, so they're going out to the field for a little while. I don't think anybody from the first set needs to requalify. Maybe Aunt Sarah. I'm not sure about that. And Had to Know will just school him up good. I don't know about the rules with Pretty Eyes and Lies with Overnights. We'll see about that in Pennsylvania this week. Megan's Lucky Day, obviously, will go again. And Joe J. Fotag, I told everybody, happy she raced, happy she qualified. She's on her way out. I don't have time for big, good-looking horses that want to underachieve. And that's how I see her. And she's going to do some good for somebody. Somebody out there watching this video saying, well, I don't want a horse like that. She just qualified in 2-4. She's a big giant. She's going to be better. That's for sure. I just don't want... I don't have the time to go with Joe J. Fotag right now. And that's not me being busy. That would be if I had 5 horses, I would have 4 next week. I don't hate the filly, but she's not the only one. There's 2 or 3 that are on the cusp, and she's definitely there that just need to maybe be somewhere else. So, who were your standouts today?
Overall?
Yeah.
I was happy with Supermind.
Yeah.
Sure, I'm always cheering for him a little bit.
Yeah.
And I was happy Bobby didn't run.
Bobby did her work good.
I haven't watched her mile yet.
I haven't watched any of them yet, to be honest.
But I was just happy that she at least stayed flat, because I trained her the other day, and I was like, oh God, I don't know how you're going to do that.
She was mildly good today.
But
I was happy with her.
Did you have the chain on her or the snake
No,
cord?
just the snake cord. Just the snake cord.
And my next question is, does she race at Northfield, or does she have to go to Scioto for a start?
I don't know. That's a great question.
I'm hoping
Race 7 is post-spring. Race 7 is over. I got to get going. I'm in the 9th. Anyway, that is Amy's point of view from the open house. I wanted to bring it to you because it was good for her too. My highlight of the day was watching you go with the horses. I was happy they went good. I was happy that Curtis and Jamie and all our nieces could come over and nephews could come over and hang out for the weekend with Ava and Addie and Ollie. That was fun. I am going to finish off the weekend right now at Northfield Park. You are going to get out of the car.
Okay, bye.